Hundreds of languages are spoken across the continent of Africa, and it is nearly 3 times the size of Europe. Yet by 1914, Europeans had claimed control of nearly all of it. The Berlin Conference opened the floodgates for this scramble for Africa. Let's take a look at what was going on in Africa before the Berlin Conference and discuss the impact of the conference on the continent. Early in the 19th century, explorers traveled through Africa, learning about its geography and seeking out the routes of rivers for trade like the Niger and the Nile. Soon after, explorers, missionaries arrived, spreading Christianity. The missionaries genuinely wanted to help and improve African quality of life. They built churches to spread their religion, as well as schools, orphanages, and medical clinics. They also condemned slave trade. All of this while still urging Africans to abandon their own cultures and traditions and accept Western ways. The explorers and missionaries opened the doors to European interest in Africa. Then King Leopold II of Belgium drew attention by seizing territory in the rich Congo River basin. Soon, Britain, France, and Germany were looking to start colonies too. European powers met at the Berlin Conference, an international conference in 1884 that took place in Berlin, Germany. So, a conference about Africa took place in Germany, and no Africans were invited to attend. That gives you a good idea of how these imperialist nations perceived Africa. Anyway, at the conference, they agreed to free trade on the Congo and Niger rivers and allowed Leopold to keep the Congo Free State. But they also established that moving forward, a nation could not occupy territory in Africa without setting up a government office there. So, what happened next? European nations began forcing their way into Africa. The scramble to colonize was on. Europeans wanted colonies for economic growth, power, and prestige. In the 20 years following the Berlin Conference, the European powers claimed almost the entire continent of Africa, completely redrawing the map to their own benefit. Take a look at the map to see how Africa was divided among the European powers. So, what do you think? What lasting impacts came from these European nations claiming territories in Africa? Were there likely both positive and negative effects? And what were they?